So CinemaCon just happened and a bunch of footage was shown to all those who were in attendance for various upcoming movies. It was known that Superman would have a huge presence there. There was so much material that was dropping in terms of advertisements or merch. Plus, just recently we got this picture of the upcoming toys. The theory was that the official trailer for Superman would drop, but instead we got a bunch of interviews from Gunn and the cast, which I was like, okay, this is cool too. I also just love how everyone is on the same page for the type of movie they seem to have made and how intimately each of the cast members seems to understand their characters and this like tiny spark of excitement they get when describing them. It's all the more reassuring that this is going to be an absolutely unforgettable experience. And we did get a description of what went down, which I was more than fine with because I was like, okay, Superman Day is on the 18th. It won't be too long. I can wait. What's another 2 weeks after 5 months of basically nothing? Then it was revealed that a sneak peek of the extended footage would preview before the Minecraft movie. So people were buying tickets to Minecraft, taking pictures, uploading them to Twitter, getting DMCA'd, and then leaving. Me, not so much. Yeah, I wasn't about to go watch Minecraft, okay? But that actually ended up being a goated marketing move because that's playing before the movie, and apparently Minecraft is going hard in the box office right now, getting hella eyeballs on this new Superman. But then they decided to release the sneak peek in all of its 4K glory online, and I gotta say this with full intent and full sincerity. James Gunn is the GOAT. I know, hey, I know. I'm never beating the Gunn Glazer allegations, but imagine you're a very young, very tan 17-year-old kid, and you see Guardians of the Galaxy for the first time and fall in love with everything about it. You then see the subsequent sequels that are all so humorous, visually gorgeous, and equally emotional. You find out your favorite director is getting a chance to direct DC films, and he makes the best DCU film in a decade of wasted time for live action DC, if we're being honest. And then that same director now gets put in charge of that universe, and his first course of action, the way he decides to reboot and revive DC in live action, is by saying, fuck it, I'm going to direct a brand new Superman movie. And we're going all in on this being the catalyst for a burgeoning DC live action universe. Then we get to the teaser in December, which was glorious. Then we get the sneak peek, and somehow this man keeps on outdoing himself. I've been on cloud 9 as a DC fan for a minute, guys, so we're gonna get into all of this right now. First things first, I love how it's all footage that we've already seen, just extended, and it looks very early on in the movie still. We legit have 3 months left for this movie to come out, and we still don't know shit about it. Obviously, the official trailer and subsequent TV spots will shed light, but I'm happy that the story is still very much unknown, even with leaks, of which the validity is to be determined. We get the Take Me Home scene with Krypto, except we see how bad of a good dog Krypto is as he pounces all over a battle-damaged Superman. David Cornsweet has joined an incredible legacy of great men, but also another legacy of even greater men with greater screams. I haven't been around many dogs in my life, dogs for sure, but dogs not so much. In my short time with them and listening to the reaction of actual dog owners, it's unanimous that this is one of the most accurate and relatable portrayals of a real dog ever. They really do just be getting hyped and doing backflips off of you. It's a CGI pup, guys, which looks clean as fuck due to the movie being finished since July with no reshoots, just a pick up here or there, giving the VFX department adequate time to refine everything. The fur looks so realistic. Krypto looks like a legitimate real dog at times. It's so crazy. I believe a regular amount of time for post-production CGI work is like 6 months, but Superman would have had almost a year of post-production, which is incredibly promising, and at 9 months, it's already apparent how visually stunning this movie will be, especially as Krypto takes off with Superman. The music swells, and the beautiful, ethereal, sunstone-clad structure emerges from the Arctic floor, and we are beholding the DCU Fortress of Solitude, and it's just beautiful. Like, I legitimately think this is even better than the fortress from 78 Superman. Like, 78's fortress must have hit so damn hard for people of that time. It's still super gorgeous and filled with wonder, but this is simply next level, okay? I really can't wait to see what this looks like at nighttime. I bet it glows. I think the fortress in Man of Steel was cool as well, but it was, and it would make sense because of Nolan's involvement in that movie and kind of his impression on the universe and the intention behind that movie, very Dark Knight in nature, where the fortress was supposed to fit very firmly into our world, whereas this fortress in the DCU is its own world and has no obligation to abide by the real world rules, so it can and will fully embrace the comic book aesthetic and be fantastical and not be ashamed of it. The door to the fortress with the glowing emblem just draped in those beautiful sunstone crystals is just everything, okay? I love how Krypto just barks and is recognized by this impossible epic structure, like he does this every day. It's almost giving me like a Howl's Moving Castle type vibe. I definitely recommend Superman Up Up and Away if you want to learn more about the Sunstone and what it is and how it works. And it's also just a really dope Superman story. It follows Superman 650 to 653 and Action Comics 837 to 840, which was all in 2006. The Superman robots come through lifting Superman up, and we get a great look at the suit, and all those baggy allegations have since been dispelled, as if they were even ever really credible and not anything more than a sad attempt by donkey-brained individuals to pull something they're threatened by down to propel themselves up. So damn silly. It's extremely form-fitting because of course it would be, and David fills it out well. The man got jacked. The colors are so perfect. We can hear on some type of intercom system what seems like Kryptonese, and it sounds like the rumor was true. Quick spoiler alert, apparently Bradley Cooper is going to be playing Jor-El, which is perfect. Bradley Cooper is a beast, and I can't wait to see that. And I don't know who will be playing Lara Lorvan. I can't make out the other voice, but I can totally see Gunn making Linda Cardellini Superman's mother, and I think that would totally work. I like the way Kryptonese sounds. It reminds me of Spanish. I love this whole next interaction. Superman thanking the robots and number 4 telling him not to because they won't appreciate it because they are unconscious automatons, but that's immediately contradicted when 12 reacts excitedly to Superman's acknowledging of her. And it's like he is just kind to his bones that he would even just out of habit thank a robot like that. Would thank something that was programmed to do nothing but serve him no matter what. He could have chose to be anything, and he chose to be kind. God knows ball. Showing the significance that even non-organic life has to Superman, voiced by the legendary Alan Tudyk, and I believe number 1 is voiced by the legendary Michael Rooker, because of course, if this hasn't already been said enough, you need to read All-Star Superman because all this stuff is super influenced by those books. Again, the robot CGI is too clean. You can see the reflections off the metal, the cloth texture of their chest emblems and the capes, and oh god, how I love that they have capes. We get a good look at the inside of the fortress, some doorways that will probably lead to more cool stuff that will be revealed, but I love how futuristic and very like scientifically plausible everything looks. It's this fantastical lair and lab that is supposed to house all sorts of Kryptonian tech and weapons and even alien life. I don't know how far along we are to getting the Fortress of Solitude Zoo, but one could hope Gunn will get us there with his affinity towards animals. There's a sense of magic about the fortress, and I think Gunn is delivering on that already. I mean, the whole fortress moves, which the scale on it is just absolutely insane, and it gives Superman a hyper blast of yellow sunlight, which was so damn cool. So many people, majority the cultists and other dipshits, are over-analyzing why Superman would be in pain after getting a super concentrated hit of yellow sun. Yellow sun heals him, but perhaps healing that fast and that concentrated of a manner can be painful. All your bones snapping back together, your skin might not char, but I bet it gets pretty toasty in that Kryptonian contraption designed to amplify the power of the sun directly towards your body. Now, of course, they can drone on about how complex Henry Cavill's Superman is, and now you have to be smart to understand the subtle nuances of Zack's take on Superman, but can't understand basic human shit like this. It's pretty hilarious, but actually it makes a whole lot of sense. Like, it can be so simple. You don't need to overcomplicate his character in an attempt to prove your intelligence. It's not enough to just have all the ingredients. You gotta chef that shit together right. It's called execution. And James Gunn is cooking, especially in this scene, because it reinforces that Superman feels. One of the biggest issues Superman has been facing to the public has been he's invulnerable. What's at stake? He's this powerful alien god. The only thing that can hurt him is kryptonite or doomsday or darkseid. He only feels anything on special occasions, and all the other times he's this unfeeling, unhurtable thing. Again, this isn't to shit on Henry Cavill's Superman or Man of Steel, because even though it's not one of my favorite movies, I do think it's a good one. I think it's difficult for people to connect to this Superman when most of the time when Superman gets hit or gets thrown through something, it feels like it's just an inconvenience towards him. Even the World Engine scene felt like he was just maxing out on a deadlift. More strain and fatigue than actual pain, if that makes any sense. It was epic and gorgeous as hell though. Gunn immediately and effectively conveys with his Superman that this is a Superman that feels, so that even though he can persevere through it, he can put up a straight face. You know that on some level, when Superman gets hit, to some degree, he can feel it. It's not nothing. It's not insignificant. It makes what happens, even the little things, matter and adds way more weight to fights. And then stack up the innocent lives Superman would give anything to protect. You got mountains of audience investment. It's almost even akin to when Rogue asks Wolverine if his claws hurt when they come out, and he says every time. It just puts all the weight on there, and this gives Superman a path to grow and get even stronger as he continues to absorb that yellow sunlight. He's not just maxed out from the start. I think showing Superman Man in this light immediately tethers him to the audience through the shared human experience of feeling pain, exercising patience, and kindness. Our man of feel. July 11th could not come any sooner.
He's back.
That's absolutely right, Lex. Anyways, guys, let me know what y'all thought of the sneak peek, whether you liked it or not, expectations, theories, things you want to see. I'm all ears over here, players. But that's pretty much it. If you liked the video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you want, subscribe. I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope all of you guys are well, and I will see you in the next one.